Hi, welcome to Empty Nest Creations. Thank you for joining me for my series of IOD One Project Wonders. This is project number 5 today, and this one was a lot of fun. I'm finding that I'm enjoying upcycling clocks a lot. So we picked this clock up on our trip to Mississippi, and someone had carved in Merry Christmas 1998 on the inside here. So we're going to cover that up and upcycle this clock and give it a new clock mechanism. The one that was in here took a strange battery and I wasn't sure that it worked. So we just ordered a new clock mechanism for this one. So to start off, I'm going to remove the backing so that we can cover up that carving that's in the back. This will also make it easier to work on the rest of the piece as well. So thankfully it just had some screws in the back. It made it really easy to remove that backing. I'm going to remove the clock mechanism. And this is just as simple as removing the handles or the hands and then removing that working from the back. Now, my putty here had gotten a little dried out, so I'm just adding some water to make it workable again, and I'm going to fill this in. And I'm just using a little scraper tool there to put that down and push it into all of that carving to make sure that it's filled in really well, and then I'm going to set that aside and let it dry. Once that's dry, we're coming in with DIY paint. This is one of the cottage colors in the color crockery, and we're going to give the entire piece 2 good coats of this paint. This is a primer, paint, and sealer all in one, so it's perfect for this project. And you'll see that first coat goes on a little thin, and that's fine. I find it's better to do thin coats and then come back in with the second or even a third coat to get a nice smooth finish. So here you'll see the second coat going on, and for the second coat on all of the larger flat surfaces, I used a roller, and this just ensures that we get a nice smooth finish with no brush marks. So I picked up these little foam rollers at Walmart. It comes with a little tray, and they're great for little furniture pieces like this. You'll see that it's going on, and it looks like it's got some texture to it, but that smooths itself out as this paint does self-level. And this gives us a nice smooth finish on the entire piece. Once we finish painting the clock base itself, we're going to go back to working on that back piece. So once that wood filler was dry, I took it out and gave it a good sand to smooth it all out. And you can still see the letters here, but once we paint over it, they disappear. And so I'm just going to give this 2 coats of paint, and I'm using that same paint roller to paint the backing piece. And when you're covering in any carvings or anything like this, you just want to make sure that you get it nice and smooth. So I put in 2 coats of the sealer on there, and then painted over it, and you can't see those words at all. So now we're coming in with the IOD paint inlay. This is the new one for the summer release, Alfred Peats Co. And we're going to use a couple of different pieces from this inlay. One sheet was not quite long enough to cover the entire back. So what I decided to do was we're going to use this overall floral in the middle, and we're going to come in with 2 trim pieces for the top and bottom. So I'm just going to cut the trim pieces off of this one, and we're going to use the one with the blue on the top and the one with the gold flourishes on the bottom. So I'll cut these down to side, and you want to cut off the little white edge. There's like a trim that goes around all of the paint inlays, and you just want to cut those white edges off to make sure that your design goes all the way to the edge of your piece. Now I'm just deciding how much of this we're going to need, and I'm going to, like, again, cut off that white strip off the edge there so that we make sure our design goes all the way to the edge. And then I'm just going to crease it where the end of it is, and use that crease line to cut it so that we have the exact size that we need. Now for this one, I'm going to use a top coat to put our inlay in, and I'm just using polyacrylic here. This works really, really well. So when you're putting your inlays down, you want to make sure you get a good coat of the polyacrylic down, and then I misted it and pressed it down into that medium really well to make sure that it's making good contact. And we're going to do the same for all of these pieces, getting them laid down into that polyacrylic. If you're interested in purchasing any of the IOD products from the summer release, they are available on my website, emptynestcreation.com, or you can find them if you're local at my shop, which is Main Street Vintage Market in Millbrook, Alabama. So you do have a few seconds to work with this. So if you need to lift it back up, you just want to work quickly, lifting it back up and laying it back down. You'll see I do that here just to make sure that it gets smoothed down. I don't want any air bubbles. I want to make sure that all of that paint on the inlay is making good contact with that polyacrylic. And once you have it smoothed out, you just want to let it dry. Once it was dry, I'm going to come back in and give it a good mist with water again. And I'm just dabbing off that excess water. You don't want any of that water to get under the piece. You just want it to soak into the paper really well. And then you peel it off. And this is the best part. The reveal is so fabulous every time. It's just like magic when you peel that off and you have that beautiful image in your piece. These turned out so great. I was super pleased with this. I love this paint inlay. I love the wallpaper design that it has. And I just think this turned out so great. I've been really pleased with using the polyacrylic, and you can use these paint inlays again. So I lay them flat to dry because you can use them up to 3 times. Now, each time you use them, your image will get a little more distressed looking. So keep that in mind, but you can use them multiple times for multiple projects. So here's how this one turned out. I think this is beautiful, and it's going to make a great backdrop for our clock. Now you do want to seal your paint inlays in. I'm just using Fusion's Tough Coat here, and I'm going to use a roller to roll this on. I found that this really does help to not get any smearing of your image. So I'm going to roll on one coat of the Tough Coat, let that dry, and then I'm going to come back in with a second coat. I just want to make sure that this is sealed in really well. This piece is not going to get a lot of touch because it's going to be on the inside of the clock. But I want to make sure that it's secure and covered really well. So I come back in with that second coat, and I'm just going to use a brush on this one because now that it's sealed, we don't have to worry about smearing. So keep that in mind. Sometimes you may want to come back in with the wax and do some aging to your piece. And once you have that paint sealed in with that first coat, you can do pretty much whatever you want to. And you don't have to worry about it smearing after that. So I'm going to get this coat put on and then let it dry. And this top coat does dry pretty quickly, which is another reason that I like it. And it dries really smooth and has a nice kind of soft, silky finish when it's dry. So once that is done, then it's just assembling everything back together. So here I'm putting in that new clock mechanism, and I just ordered mine from Amazon. You can order them in any size. This one had a pendulum with it, so I ordered one specifically for a pendulum. And then you just follow the directions on your package, putting those, the hour hand, the minute hand, and then the second hand in. And they just pop on. It's super simple to change out a clock face. So if you've got a clock that you just love and want to upcycle, but the mechanism doesn't work anymore, super simple to change that out and give your clock new life. So here I'm adding that pendulum back to the back, put a battery in, and then we're going to put the back on. And the top of this is open so you can access the clock even with the back on. So if you need to change the battery or change the time, you can do that. And I'm just putting those screws back in. And once that's done, this project will be complete. This was a simple upcycle, but I think it has huge impact. Let me know what you think about this one. Thank you again for spending some of your time with me. I really appreciate it. Leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think about this upcycle and IOD's paint inlays in general. And I will see you all in the next video.